Okay, everybody. So, today, this just happened. Maybe a minute or two ago. But before I get into that, of this story about what just happened, it's this philosophy that I'm living by that I don't know if it is right or wrong, but I definitely follow it to a T. And I've said it a couple times. The hard way is the easy way. And boy, oh boy, I can't tell a, if that's a great trait to have or not such a great trait. If it's helpful or unhelpful. It I I do research. Maybe it's good research or bad research. And then I have a tendency to say, okay, there's this easy way, and then there's this more challenging way, and it seems as though the more challenging way will yield me better margins, better results. Maybe not now, but in the future. And then I do my best to. I do my best. I'm very diligent about trying to make that harder option work. And it usually doesn't work. So I spend a bunch of time trying to get that. And maybe it's not that much time, but to me, any time extra is a bunch of time. Not being efficient isn't being effective. And inevitably, I end up having to revert to the easier method. Then again, maybe I'm just not uh, perceiving this motto, the hard way is the easy way, correctly. Maybe there's a progression to it, and that's the hard. I should do the quick, easy thing first, and then once I have leveled up, I can push forward and do the second level, the slightly harder option. So now on to the story as to what happened. So I've been working to get this payment processor. The company's called Linked. I believe it's LYNQD, Linked. You know, I I try to make it happen. I try to make it happen. I saw lots of bad reviews with Stripe, lots of bad reviews with Square. They take this much. These are their rates. This can happen to you. They can hold this. They can do that. And I said, okay, I'll go with these other people. And so I've, done all this stuff to try and make it happen. And now I emailed them the link to the website. They went on it and they said, okay, you need this. You need the terms of service, which you don't have, and then you need this secure payments. And I kept, I told my developer. Then my developer said something. Then I emailed the payment processor people. Then they emailed me something. Send it back to the developer. I sent what the developer said back to the payment processing people. Then finally they got, I think it's the CEO. Because it's not necessarily a huge company, but the CEO comes on and gives me a big long explanation as to what it is. Then I send that back to the developer, and the developer says, okay, so, what they're asking for is for us to design the checkout page. And it's going to cost extra. and I have no extra money. I mean, like, I'm skimming when I purchase this stuff. I'm not going to be totally knocked out, but really very, very close. Really, really very close. Like a couple hundred, maybe not a lot. Not a lot. Now, if I was still working at Domino's, I'd say, let's just do it. But I'm not. And so the developer says, listen, why don't we just use Stripe? We don't have to do any of this stuff. We don't have to deal with any of this. Let's, Stripe is fine. It's going to work. Then I feel kind of like an idiot and an asshole. And realize, oh gosh, there was a quick, easy. Not to say that I really lost a whole lot of time, and I probably learned a whole lot of stuff. That's to say, I don't really know if the hard way is the easy way, because I might think that it's not so helpful right now, but in the future I might have a slight understanding of what it is to not do that quick and easy thing, and how to set up or communicate with one of these payment gateway, smaller people. Hey, I may even have this networking connection that's already kind of set up, so it might not be terrible, but nevertheless. Yeah, I go, oh, gosh, it was just the obvious, easy thing that I had looked at and then said, no, I'll do it. I'll do it the hard way. I'll take the harder path. It could also be pretty good for like, hey, that's a nice character trait to have, right? You challenge yourself and you try, and then when you fail, you resort to the option that you need to resort to. And it's all learning. It's just learning. That's the whole thing. I guess it is probably a pretty nice character trait because it's having the either bravery or naivety. Maybe they're one and the same. Bravery or naivety to try and pursue the challenging thing, right? I'm trying to smile. Oh God, I feel so uncomfortable smiling. But that's the story. So now I'm going to use Stripe, and it was very simple. And who knows if the hard way really is the easy way. I had this conversation, and you guys tell me what you think if you've had this situation. But I had this friend that I would always say, I feel really uncomfortable smiling, and this friend was, I mean, he just had an awesome personality. The guy could smile, light up a room. He could really great with conversation, seemingly very confident and very not necessarily energetic, the right amount of energetic. He was really awesome. He was so cool. I looked up to him in a lot of ways. That was when I was going to Stony Brook. He was a student there. He was a nursing major, and boy, oh boy, definitely had some awesome bedside manner. I always told him, you're probably gonna make pretty good money as a nurse, but you are definitely a salesman. Not because you like talk too much, but because he talked and he listened and he asked lots of questions. He was so awesome. But he would smile. He'd do this like it was the most genuine smile. Big, huge. And I would say, I feel so uncomfortable smiling, and it's the most powerful, admirable thing from me to you, watching you do that. Wow, I am trying to learn how to be that guy. Even just looking at myself here, I go, I feel so uncomfortable about it. It's crazy. Nevertheless, that was my experience today, and wondering if the hard way really is the easy way. If the hard way really is the easy way. we're not losing any time or anything, but I definitely have to save the money. I mean, it's gotten to the point where and in the past, I was never like that. I just said, let's just give it a shot. Let's try. Let's spend the money. This is what we're having fun spending the money with. So let's spend the money on this. I can't do that right now, which is sad because I really like these people and they communicated really well, and I was excited to work with them. But it is what it is, and I can always work with them in the future. I will definitely have PayPal on there. I filled out all those forms. Now I'm gonna have to go and fill out the Stripe forms, which won't take that long. And yesterday I tried to buy the hang tag, but there was the autumn festival happening in China, so they weren't in the office. But I'm working on that now. And the video took a while to load today. It was kind of a long one. But we're chugging along, and it's gonna come. It's coming. It's coming. We're close. We're really inching in on the final stretch here, which is so exciting. It's very exciting because I know I'm definitely gonna sell something for sure. I mean, if the hard way is the easy way, and I might keep doing the hard way and then failing on that, the fact that I keep doing it, I think is really awesome, and it shows persistence and consistency, and a lot of I don't know, like go get 'em attitude, which I'm happy about and proud of. Okay, guys, the video is a little long here. I am going to talk to you later. Bye.